So it's your boy Locks again. I forgot a few things and I felt like they were important enough to return for. So here it is, part two. Um, I was done. I forgot to address that. Listen to the YouTube video I told you I was watching, Uncivilized by Nature, and the one girl said, so like who's wearing the strap, who's fucking who, yada yada yada, and it doesn't necessarily have to be the case that somebody's using the strap at all. Like it depends on the two women. It's kind of like a case by case situation. I've been in plenty of situations where, not plenty, like I've been with a lot of women, but I've been in a situation where the woman that I was with didn't particularly care for the strap, and I don't care for it at all. So you know, it just wasn't used. And honestly, as a lesbian, I feel like if it's something that you have to do to please your partner, you're doing something wrong. You know what I'm saying? You might want to take that back to the lab and figure out where you fell off. But that's just my opinion. Um, it's like it's really no different than a femme stud relationship. The truth is that you can't really predict it. It depends on the women. Just like the girl said, you got some femmes out here that fucking these studs. You know what I'm saying? You can assume that the stud is the one doing the fucking, but that's not always the case. It's the same thing with the stud to stud situation. You could assume that both of them taking a dick. You could assume that one of them taking a dick. You could assume that neither one of them is taking. Like it don't. You just never know. You know what I'm saying? It depends on the women. Um, and that's basically the deal is it's like it's not really that different. I do agree with what the girl with the dress said that at the end of the day there has to be a giver and a taker because the truth is you can't give something to someone if they're not taking it. So you have to have somebody that's taking it for there to be somebody that's giving it to them. You know what I'm saying? It's it's the way it works. So I do agree with that, but I also agree with the fact that she said, you can kind of switch it up. It might be this person, might be that person, might be both of y'all. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Me personally, I tend to be generally more of a giver, but I don't know. I think that's just the way my personality tends to interact with the people that I date and deal with and stuff like that. I don't really think it's just like a stud thing. You know what I'm saying? Um, uh, before I get into the other thing that I wanted to discuss, I wanted to say that I do appreciate the studs out there that are respectful, you know what I'm saying, of other people's choices, you know what I'm saying? Like, just because I date studs, it don't necessarily mean that, you gotta, be with it, but you ain't gotta disrespect it neither. And I do appreciate that about the girl's video. That's why I decided to respond in the first place because I felt like I said that they were intelligent. Usually I don't respond because I feel like ignorance doesn't deserve a response, but um, they sound like they had some sense and they weren't bashing it. They was just speaking their mind, and you can't hate. You know what I mean? You can't hate niggas for that. That's you know, it's in the Constitution, right to free speech. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want somebody to try to hold my tongue, so I dig that. But at the same time, I'm not gonna disrespect nobody else's choice. So you know what I mean? I feel them on that too. It ain't me, but know about it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's questions I got for y'all niggas too. Y'all studs that don't date studs, y'all femme, y'all strictly femme studs. I got some questions for y'all, boy. Seriously, cause y'all like that's real talk. I do have some questions, man. And I have some stories, but yeah, I just wanted to say that though that you know what I mean I fuck with niggas like that that could be respectful of other people's shit, cause that's how I am. You know what I mean? You don't make me shit, and you know ain't no just cause for me being disrespectful just because that's not the way I live. You know what I'm saying? You just bad straight people. But which leads me to the next thing that I was gonna say is that I wanted to clarify something to a lot of the studs out there that don't date studs. Like just because you date studs doesn't mean that you like every stud you come across, meet, hang out with, talk to, whatever. Like you know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all niggas be playing yourself when y'all find out that niggas is stuff or stuff. Like, frankly, I have it all over my everything so that niggas know from the rip. Like, I don't want you to be, you know, telling niggas on the low like I tried to trick you or some shit like that. Like, what the fuck is this? Like, I don't want that going on. So I try to put it out there. That's just the type of person I am, though. I know some people don't feel the need to do that much. You know what I'm saying? I respect that too. But you know what I mean, I like to not have any room for confusion. But at the same time, I don't want you to see that stuff for stud on top of my everything and just assume that I'm trying to holler at you either. Because then, you're going to be playing yourself too. Um, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got a lot of friends that's just that. You know what I'm saying? They're just my friends, my homies. You know what I mean? And I don't hang around no ugly niggas. So, a lot of stuff that I hang out with is attractive, but that doesn't mean that I look at them in that type of way. Like, that's just to say, like, every stud that likes film, likes every film that they know that they hang out with, chill with, that ain't related to them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if those is your friends, not to say the girl try to holler at you or something like that, like, that's just disrespectful. But if she didn't try to come at you in no type of way, she didn't put no awkward shift in your relationship, don't automatically assume that she's trying to holler at you just because she thinks studs, you know what I'm saying? Because 9 times out of 10, that's not the case. And A, you should be a little bit more considerate of her feelings as your friend. And B, you should really just, you know, be a little less narrow minded or a little less, you know, conceited actually, because it's kind of cocky to assume that someone would just be trying to talk to you because they like stuff, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I can't really think of anything else that I wanted to address. I just those two subjects stood out in my head. Like I said, everything I talk about is something I talk about my friends I've been through and those. So, you know, I can only, clarify from my own point of view, but I'm gonna give you all I got. If you got any other questions, concerns, niggas can ask me anything. I'm not the type of person that gets offended, get mad or angry or any of that. I feel like only stupid questions is the ones you don't ask. And I'd rather a nigga ask a question than to just be making comments behind my back or to be wondering about something when, it really ain't no need to. You could just ask a question and get an answer. If I got one for you, I'm gonna give it to you. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, y'all can get at my YouTube channel, download page, whatever. Leave me comments, questions, hate, support, whatever y'all want to do. Y'all got other topics y'all want my opinion on, I'll be more than happy to give it. Any questions, like I said, you know what I'm saying? So, peace out.